Frog Pond families, it's Pam. I've got a lot of updates for you. We are so busy. I'm going to try to be very brief, but there's a lot going on right now. Most of these are under the theme of preparing for our first COVID winter. So we're doing everything we can to make the space as safe and fun as possible for this upcoming winter. In order to keep our group spread into separate spaces that get lots of fresh air, we have gotten this new building that you've seen, and we have lots of steps to do to get ready for that to be occupied. So step one is on Monday, Fina Construction will come, and the fans that I ordered are in, and he's going to have his crew install 2 new fans, and those fans are big, powerful, move a lot of cubic feet per minute like the ones in the building. So I think each classroom in 1 minute with the window open will pull all the old air out, and we'll have fresh air in about a minute. So that's pretty impressive. And then step 2 is that we are next week, I'm hoping Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they're going to prepare a asphalt bike track in the Goat Alley area, and the children are going to have a blast with this. It's very exciting. As a physical therapist, it's something I've been wanting for since we opened, and so now it's kind of become a priority because we need a higher level, more challenging balance and coordination and endurance activities for our older children. And meanwhile, we want to have a lot of interesting separate spaces for the children to alternate to, so that we can keep them separate but really challenged and excited about all the different spaces. So that will have scooters, tricycles, balance bikes, the feet-propelled cars, and fire trucks and such. So if you have any that your children have outgrown that you would like to donate, that would be really helpful because they're quite expensive. And just a heads up for the older children, we will be needing personal helmets for them because they'll be moving along a lot faster when we have this asphalt track. So that'll be coming up next week. And the electric service we've been working on for a few months now. Dominion is in the final stages of planning the new service to our building, and then Kelco Electric will be putting big new panels into our garage area, so that then Kelco Electric can take that service from the building and bring it back to the duplex and to the new 3-stall toilet that we're going to be renting. We're getting a heated 3-stall toilet for the winter, so that we can keep the children as separate as possible, like we've been doing all summer, so they don't have to go back and forth between each other in the building to use the restroom. So that electric service, we're hoping will be done pretty soon. There's going to be a day on November 13th that is our teacher work day, where we will be without power, and hopefully that will all get done that day, and there will be no disruption to our school actual functional time when your children are there. So that should be happening November 13th, and meanwhile they're going to be getting a lot of the connections done from the post to the building, and doing the conduit and prep. So once we have the actual electric service, I think we'll be up and running pretty quickly after that. The electric person is going to put extra conduit in when he digs, and that will serve for the Cox phone and internet, and that's what our emergency system works from. So that should be fairly easy once we get the electric in. So once we get all those steps done, then we'll be able to get our occupancy permit for the building, and that will be very exciting. Meanwhile, the teachers are working on ordering all of the interior furnishings and curriculum material, and so those should all arrive by the time we get our occupancy permit. Meanwhile, there's a lot of landscaping and new play spaces being created. It's very exciting. The children are moving topsoil to fortify the gardens and get ready for next spring. We got a big pile of manure-laced topsoil from 20 years of organic goats and chickens. So yeah, we're going to have incredible gardens next year. So they're moving some of that, and then they're also moving just the regular topsoil that we had delivered in order to make. We're having a little fairy village that's being created that will be a little imaginary community, and we're redesigning some of the vegetable gardens, and we're going to be planting fruit trees or some other small tree in the inner loop of both of the tricycle track circles. And we also have ordered pawpaw trees that we're planting as part of our native plants, landscape, along with some perennial wildflowers. So all of that is exciting fall activities that are going to make our new building look more settled when spring comes. And the other big thing that is not immediate, but we've been researching and getting a lot of information about what it would take to get water and sewer to the new temporary building. The reason this would be worth it is because we have a special exception permit that has already been approved for a phase 2 building in the space where the temporary building is. So each utility that we bring back, we're meeting the requirements that will be needed for the actual permanent building. So it's getting us financially closer to being able to finally do the phase 2 building. Getting water and sewer is a little complicated, and we're not sure if we have enough of a drop from where the building is to the road to make it all work without having to have a special pump, which would make it more expensive. So we're working with the engineers now to really figure out the exact number of inches we have of drop from where we are to the sewer out of the road. And then the water main would be, we would just upgrade our water meter service, and that is not as complicated. So those are things for the future that we're looking into. Meanwhile, we have the 3-stall rental unit reserved for the bathroom. It's heated and very deluxe, so that's going to work until we, or if we, get the water and sewer installed. So those are some of the main things, and there's a lot more detailed things like moving fences and changing gates and all sorts of little things, but those are the main things. It's very exciting. If you have any questions, you can contact me at pam@frogpondkids.org. And so now when you see all these things going on, you'll have a little bit better idea what's happening. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.